So I think that the chief sustainability officer role right now is a risky place to be. And I am speaking with chief sustainability officers who are also just like wondering, where do I go next? Like, what is the next role for me? Do I try and go into another chief sustainability officer role? Do I try and go into an operational role at a sustainability led business, which I think would be an interesting transition for many of them? Progression pathway to C suite looks a lot less clear for those who see themselves as sustainability professionals and practitioners than it did even 12 months ago. I think that middle management right now in the sustainability function is actually maybe a little safer. But what we're seeing is that the roles that are seen as expensive roles have some sort of restructuring going on even in the middle management vein. Like they're either being kind of moved to a different geography or rolled into something else, and that just is based on, again, the cost drivers that we're seeing play out in a lot of businesses as well.
And so when you're explaining how potentially a CSO role is being divided up and put into other functions, is that a good or a bad thing?
There's two things that I think are both true. One is it is undeniably a difficult situation for many professionals that we know well and that we work with. And I think that we just need to appreciate that there's expertise that needs to be retained and developed, and expertise requires some form of progression to be available and some form of recognition of work and a place in the organizational structure and hierarchy. The other thing that is also true is that we have consistently said on this podcast that we see sustainability really as a transformation capability more than as an enduring function within an organization. You can see certain functions, sales, procurement, finance, that are enduring functions that have a place in the corporate structure. I don't think that you can really say the same thing about sustainability. For sustainability to be effective in an end state, I really do believe it needs to be embedded within every function in the organization. Like procurement needs to be able to procure sustainably. Finance needs to be able to factor sustainability KPIs and metrics into the governing KPI structure of the organization. Marketing and comms needs to think about segmentation based on sustainability buying preferences. You really need to embed this in every function. There is a strong case to be made for how sustainability needs to be a team that drives that embedding or that embedment, basically, or whatever the right word is there. And so I think that sustainability as a function needs to exist in every organization for a period of time. The length of that period of time depends on just how long it takes to transform.